welcome into Rhonda's Country Kitchen. I am Russell, Rhonda's husband, and comedian better half. No, I'm kidding.
Comic relief.
Comic relief of the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of grilling, and she's not the grilling of the household. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of this, I guess, as the summer goes along. So, when we do some of that, I'm going to take over, and she is the professional as far as that goes of the cooking variety, but I do the grilling. So today's video is going to be another smoking video, and the people that smoke meats and stuff, you may have done these before. This is one I love to do. I do it a lot. It's a very lean cut of meat, very cheap cut of meat. I can't say that this is one we eat like almost weekly. It's so cheap that we almost it's become part of our weekly recipes, I guess you could say. Yeah, we eat it almost every week. This pork tenderloin is $5 at our local grocery store, and a pack of bacon's $5, so about $10. And usually we get, we don't buy but one, but I'm cooking one for my mom and dad, and one for us. And anyway, so $10 and you got a meal for the most part. You put a vegetable with it and you got a meal. But anyway, I'm going to smoke it, and I'll show y'all the steps that I do and what I put on it. It's a lean cut, but it turns out, most of the time it turns out really good. So good. And juicy and tender. And it's already a very kind of lean cut of meat, so I don't have to do a whole lot of trimming on it. I will take just a little bit of the fat off if it's got a lot of fat, but you don't have to do that. You can leave the fat on. With the bacon, sometimes I just like to, take as much of the fat off of it as I can, and get it down to the actual leanness. And like I said, most of the time it's not a whole lot. It's just a little bit of silver skin, and just do a little bit of trimming, neatening it up and stuff like that. But it's usually not a whole lot to it. And you can see these are pretty good size pieces as far as for $5.
$5.
It was it was $3.99 a pound, and I ain't even gonna try to get that off.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's good. All right, let me transfer that over, and I'll show y'all what I do with it. All right, y'all. This is what I use on most all my barbecue and brisket. I just start with mustard to hold my rub on, and I'll just slather it on there, just a little, healthy portion, and rub it in and get it on there pretty good. And then I'll come back and I'll start my dry rubs. And really, I don't use salt and pepper because most of all the dry rubs for barbecue already have that in them. So I just go with the barbecue rubs as far as that goes. And the last video I did for the poor man's brisket, I didn't have this, and I made a point to go get it because I don't cook barbecue without having this. This is Meat Church Gospel. This is their original all-purpose rub, and I use it on pretty much every bit of barbecue that I cook. It is absolutely fantastic. I wish I knew the ratios and everything that was in it, because it's fantastic, and I would love to be able to make it myself.
And you get it at Ace? I
get it at Ace. They sell it in Amazon. They sell it. Publix has it. I know they were out at Publix, so I had to go to Ace. Anyway, it is a fantastic base rub. It's not hot. It's not got too much pepper in it. It's just great flavor.
I've never watched you do it, so I can learn from you today.
Well, good.
But I'm not going to do them. I'm just... You just keep on
plugging what I usually always put on pork and the ribs, pork tenderloin, the chicken thighs. Might I put some chicken rub on chicken thighs, but I like the honey hog. And it's also by Meat Church. And usually I go pretty heavy on the seasoning.
Whatever you do, it's good. It is delicious.
And all you see is I'm getting it all in there, but you'll see there's a method to my madness when when I get going good. And I just pat it in.
Just give it some love.
Yeah, yeah. Give it some love. I'll pat it all in good. And then I'll flip her over and get the other side good, y'all.
Yep.
I'll come back with the mustard, slather it in.
Gotta season both sides.
Oh yeah, you gotta have season on both sides.
I don't understand the people that just season one side.
I don't get that either, but there are people out there that do that.
Yeah, there he is.
And then we come back with the base layer rub. And y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how I do mine. And y'all, you know, you may have different kind of tastes, and everybody's got different flavors and taste profiles and stuff, and you may like different stuff. But this stuff here is very good. Give it a try. If you've never tried it, he has a great barbecue channel, and he knows what he's doing as far as rubs goes. I ought to give him that much credit. All right, I'm patting them in, and my tenderloin is good and liberally seasoned, and I go ahead and just rub all of it in there and try to get every little bit of the rub onto it.
Get all that goodness.
All that goodness. Don't leave none in the, that way I don't have to rinse none out. I try to get it all on the meat. That's right. All right. Now, on to the bacon. I'm gonna wash this. I'm gonna change my gloves out for that because this is a mess. But then I'll show you what I do as far as wrapping it. Let me clean this up and we'll move on to the next step. All right, y'all. Now this is how I wrap my tenderloin. People can do it all different kind of ways, but you never know how your bacon's gonna come. It could come like this, looking like string cheese. It could come looking like nobody loves it. What I do is I just try to make it as neat as possible, and then I'll alternate sides. I want the fat to be on one way going one way, and then the other going the other. And the goal for me is to make it as neat as possible, and also to try to keep that idea that when I wrap it, it's going to be as tight as I can possibly make it around that tenderloin. And the goal is to keep all those juices and things inside of it. And I may have to double them up because this
it's a wonky donkey.
This cut of bacon is not very good, to be honest. Let's see. Let me flip her around there. If you have little pieces, I usually just put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Try to save as much of it as I can because we don't want to waste no
We
bacon.
don't want to waste, do we?
We don't be wasting bacon.
I don't rub off on y'all with the wasting.
No, we don't be doing the wasting.
What are you trying to do all that?
And you don't have to use bacon like this. This is just my preference. You know, I like to wrap the whole thing, and I like for it to be tight around the tenderloin. And that's just how I do it. I just show y'all how I do it. And normally, I don't have to double it up. Normally, it's not so wonky. But
it was today. We're doing a video, so
it is today, so it's not trying to cooperate. But you know what? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I have found that just the key is just to be patient with it. Don't be in no hurry. And a lot of the time it'll work itself out. All right. Now, I'll take one of my tenderloins. And I just kind of get it where it's, try to tuck it up in there where I can get the bacon around all of it. And then I'll just take it and try to pull it tight. Just like that. And then tuck it. And then take a few more pieces and pull them tight. And then tuck it. Same way with these. Take a few more pieces. You don't have to try to take all of them. Pull it tight around it. tuck it underneath. Just like that. I'm going to try to get that little piece of meat there out of the way. Same way here on the end. You want to try to get it as tight as you can around the meat.
Like you're wrapping a baby.
Like you're wrapping. That's right. A little pig in the blanket, y'all. A little pig in the blanket. All right. Now, let me wash my hands real quick. Because I'm going to do a little extra step here. Nobody, y'all don't have to do this. But I'm next level, y'all.
He's got bigger
I don't be skimping on the flavor. So I go ahead and put my seasoning in here on my bacon before I wrap her up. And then I'll be seasoning the bacon before I roll it up. And you know we gotta have all the seasoning on. We can't just
don't have to do it.
Can't be.
Don't do it.
That's right. If you're gonna go, you gotta go all out, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna believe how good this makes this bacon taste. Oh. All right. Now you're gonna take it and just roll. Try to keep it as tight as you can, y'all. Pick it up and slide it to the center. And there is your pork tenderloin, bacon wrapped.
Voila.
Normally I go back, do my second one. Well, normally we don't cook but one.
Yeah.
And I wash my hands and I'll season the top. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this other one. I ain't gonna show y'all all that again. I had to do the second one. Y'all seen how I did the first. And anyway,
You gonna season that one
I'm gonna season this one up.
All right.
And
here we go. That one, it'll be ready to go. Y'all
and this one will be ready to go on the smoker.
You got the smoker out there getting hot.
It is getting hot. I already started it up.
She's getting hot and sassy. Yummy, yummy.
And that is how I do my pork tenderloin, y'all.
That's how you do it.
And anyway, I'm gonna do this second one the same identical way, and then I'll show y'all where I put the probes in and stuff. It's really not any big deal. I just put it in the medium side, whichever side is the thickest, and then I'll walk you through how what temperatures and how long and what I cook it to and all that. As soon as I get this one done, I'll be back with you. All right, y'all. We got them seasoned up, ready to go on the smoker. I put the probes in the thick end. I just hold them and put them into the thickest part of the meat on the end. Just like that. Slide them in. And I don't hook them up till I get out there. Invest in one of these. This is a little cheap one from Walmart. I think it was like 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks. It don't stretch all the way through the house, but I mean, if you stay fairly close to the grill, it'll keep it pretty accurate. Tell you when it's ready. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna turn the smoker on 250 degrees, and we're gonna let it go until an internal temperature of 145 degrees. That is perfectly medium on a pork tenderloin, and that is when we're gonna pull it. And she should be juicy and tender and ready to eat at that point in time. You don't even really got to let it rest with this bacon and stuff like that on it. It's going to be perfect. So we're going to let it go to 145, y'all. And we'll let you know how long it took. Hopefully it won't take too long at 250. Normally about 2 hours is about the length that it takes. So hopefully it'll be like it normally turns out. Delicious.
Let's do it.
All right, y'all. These are about 143, and I pulled them out a little bit early, and I'll tell you why. I said I was gonna go to 145, but one step I forgot to tell y'all is I like to crisp up this bacon. So I took the oven and I put it on broil, which is at 500, and I'm gonna put these in the oven until that bacon just crisps up on top and gets a little bit of crunch to it. So this is what they look like when they came out of the smoker. I'm gonna throw it in the oven for maybe a couple of minutes, if that. I'm just gonna let this bacon get a little bit crispy on top, and we'll take it back out and show you what it looks like. All right, y'all. There's what she's looking like.
Oh, my goodness. Voila.
Pork tenderloin.
Pork perfection.
I'm hoping it's going to be perfection. We're going to let it rest just a minute and move it over to this cutting board and cut it open and see what she looks like. All right, y'all. Here is the finished product. And we are about to find out what we're working with.
Yummy.
Look at there.
Juicy. Yum, yum.
I'm going to say, if you look at my hand, I'm going to say she is tender and juicy. We're going to cut up Miss Rhonda some and let her be the taste tester. And my dad is waiting on his portion, so I'm going to cut him up some to take home with him. Y'all pardon the glasses. I have to see what I'm doing with this in my hand.
All right.
Yeah, I hope it's not too bad of a reflection, but I don't want to miss some digits. No. I'm not an expert like she is, so
no,
yeah. Anyway, we'll be right back and let her do her part, and y'all stick around with us. All right, y'all. Here we go to tasty old pork tender, bacon wrap pork tenderloin.
Smoked to perfection.
Yeah, it turned out about like all the rest that I cooked, to be honest. This is one I pretty much got down, I think.
He does.
Yeah, I cook it just about every week. And it's a forgiving piece of meat and cheap for us. I mean, I can't say all over the country, but $5 for one, you know, for me and her is perfect.
Yeah.
It's literally perfect. I mean, you got enough to eat a meal and then
leftovers
for the next day for lunch, and it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect.
$10.
You cannot beat that.
For the bacon and the pork.
Right.
So.
And it's a great meal. It's flavorful. Delicious. And I mean, that bacon, you crisp that bacon up around it, oh my goodness, y'all. Can't go wrong with bacon. You really can't.
It hits different.
It really does.
All right.
You wrap it, I'm telling you, get that thing tied around that tenderloin.
You're talking too much. I need to taste it.
Let her do her thing. I'm going to shut up.
I'm trying to taste and he just talk. And
yeah.
Nailed it. It is so good.
Well, good.
It really is. It's so moist. Got so much juice in it. The seasoning that you use, just a little bit of that sweetness around that bacon. Perfection.
Yes.
It's good.
Love it.
Delicious. So good. I could just keep eating. So we can talk now. You can talk.
Yeah, I think that the ending and finishing that bacon in the oven and crisping it up just a little bit, because when you get it out of the smoker, it's kind of rubbery, a little bit chewy.
Yeah, pliable.
But I like to eat the bacon. A lot of people, you know, that eat tenderloins, they'll take the bacon off or whatever and just use it to wrap. But if you get that bacon tight around the tenderloin and roll it real tight or toothpick it or whatever, it will keep that juicy and tenderness inside. And man, I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah,
it's good.
some good
Very
stuff.
Good. Yep.
You can put this with anything.
Yeah.
Something quick for supper, little buttered noodles, or I mean anything.
Anything. Rice. Yeah. Yep.
We're having potatoes with
it.
Them
potatoes. Hey, they go great with it. They really do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
But it's good stuff, y'all.
Oh yeah.
And we thank you so much for
Absolutely.
watching us.
We appreciate it, y'all.
And for y'all that barbecue and have smokers, and all
let
that,
us know if you want to
know.
see more of this kind of stuff. We'll give y'all a couple, and we have some more recipes that we, I love my pellet grill. I cook on it a lot, and
I love when he cooks on it a lot.
She really does. She appreciates it.
Because I get a break from the kitchen,
She
so
does.
it's wonderful.
And what I cook a lot of.
Who does?
I stay kind of in my lane, and the stuff that I cook, I pretty much got down. So I cook a lot of that stuff. So.
But it's good, y'all. You can't go wrong.
Yep.
Cannot go wrong with it. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching.
Yep.
giving us some love, giving us some time.
Absolutely, we appreciate it.
Yeah. And until next time.